Hi everyone, this video is about how a young man with an unusual allergy lives with a robot. It's a South Korean drama called I'm Not a Robot. In the description and at the end of the video, there will be a list of songs and soundtracks. Don't miss it. If you like this video, then subscribe and like it. Thank you for attention. Then let's get started. Min-gyu lives a luxurious but isolated life due to a severe allergy to physical contact with other human beings. He develops extreme life-threatening rashes followed by shortness of breathing that repeatedly spread over his body whenever he makes any form of skin contact. He wants to live normally, like all people, and his biggest wish is to have a girlfriend. But due to his illness, he can't approach women. Min Kyu is the chairman and the largest company of KM Financial. He inherited his shares from his parents, who died in a car accident 15 years earlier. Also, he has isolated himself for these years in his house. His personal doctor, Dr. Oh, is his only confidant, who has tried several ways to find a cure, but to no avail. Hence, one day, he tells Min Kyu to accept his solitary life and hands him to a smart watch that uses colors to monitor his allergic condition. Blue is normal. Yellow represents a mild reaction. Orange means that Min Kyu's airways are closing, and red means that he will die in minutes. A severe that he's never experienced. One day, a genius scientist named Professor Hoon contacts Min-gyu. He reveals that he, along with his team, has succeeded in developing a highly intelligent robot that is capable of helping Min-gyu with his house chores. And since she's not a human, she will not cause any harm to him. The cost for this robot is 100 billion won. Min Kyu feels like this is calm, but out of curiosity, he goes to the lab to meet with Professor Hoon, and as soon as he reaches there, he is welcomed by a robot that looks exactly like a woman. She introduced herself as a J3, a highly advanced. Min Kyu is stunned by her appearance, and when he touches her, there is no abnormal change in him. Excited by this new discovery, he immediately expressed his desire to buy a J3 and even invest funds in the project. But first, he wants to test the robot tomorrow. Unfortunately, one of the scientists accidentally clumsily spills a droplet of soda in a J3 core processor, causing it to have a short circuit. It will take several days to fix the work. Professor Hoon is forced to think a new plan. He remembers his ex-girlfriend, Jia, who is revealed to be the prototype of the robot at J3. Since Hoon builds the robot exactly like her, he goes to meet her. Both of them have an awkward union, and realizing that Jia's experienced financial difficulty, he offers her a salary 10 billion won. And she agrees to disguise herself as a J for one day. Then all the scientists team up and help her disguise like a J3. They fit an armor in her body, put a new wig on her head, and even give her contact lenses. These lenses will actually function as cameras, which will help the professor and his team monitor everything via the real J3 robot. They can also send instructions which Jia will receive from her lens in the form of the text or videos. The next day, Jia is sent to Min Kyu's house as scheduled, but when he opens the box, it turns out that she has met him previously when she worked as delivery girl. Fortunately, he didn't recognize her. He tested and gave the task as best he could, and she completed Min Kyu is really impressed, so he praises the robot for being smart and creative. After a while, Min Kyu proceeds to have his medicine, but he suddenly shocks. He drops on the floor, but fortunately, Jia helps him by patting his back. As Min Kyu comes back to his sense, he stares at the robot with astonishment. When he inquires why she helped him without any orders, Jia replies that she can do many things. After this, the two have physical contact for the first time, but surprisingly, Min Kyu doesn't experience any allergic reaction. Finally, at the end of the day, Jia is brought back to the lab. Professor Hoon scolds her because she was almost exposed, but Jia is annoyed because she believes that she did a good job. Frustrated that she never gets appreciated, she storms out of the place. Soon, the professor receives unpleasant news that the special part they ordered for AG3 mistakenly sent to Africa, and it is now at least weeks away. To make matters worse, Min Kyu also calls him at that exact moment and reveals his desires to take AG3 for months. He wants to deep learn the robot and make it fully functional according to his needs. Left with no options, the professor calls Jia again and requests her to disguise as the robot for some weeks. This time he praises her and offers an even larger sum, because of which she agrees. Then Professor Hoon explains that from now onwards, until the real AGs get repairs, Jia will have to work at the mansion. Every night she will be returned to be left for recharging. When Min Kyu lived alone, he communicated with his technologies and gave them all a rank. AG was lower in rank compared to a smart vacuum cleaner. The next day, Min Kyu lights up to see a visitor and warns Jia not to come outside. It's Rael, his first love. However, his excitement soon turns to horror when Rael touches his shoulder. He then pretends to have an important meeting and rushes back to the house. Somehow, he struggles to his own room and reaches for the antidote syringe, but since he is too weak, he fails to grab them. By the time Jia finds him, Min-gyu has collapsed on the floor, struggling to breathe. She was at a loss but took the antidote and gave him an injection and saved him. It's more time together and get even closer. And they went everywhere when he hadn't been before. He was afraid to go where there were a lot of people, but when he was with AG, he didn't show symptoms of his illness. One day, when they were walking, he walked away a little, and suddenly he couldn't breathe, and he forgot to take the antidote with him. He said his doctor that he forgot to take the antidote with him, and he couldn't breathe, and he had only a few minutes left. But suddenly, he saw AG from afar, and all his symptoms gradually disappeared. And he realized that he couldn't live without her, and gradually Min Kyu falls in love with Jia, believing that she's AG3. Will they be together? If you like this video, then subscribe and like it. Thank you for attention. Have a nice day.